Hi guys, welcome to the next video. This is the W7 in the Buff makeup tutorial, and this is my autumn fall, some people call it autumn fall depending on where you live, tutorial. So I'll be doing the complete tutorial. What we're using today for foundation is and I've done this side of the face, I haven't done anything on this side yet other than just a little bit of primer, and I have put some I've covered up some areas that I've had a little bit of breakouts on. So the foundation I'm using today is the RCMA, and this is what it looks like. This is the Foundation Concealer Palette VK number 11, and the eyeshadow palette that we're using for our look today is the W7 in the Buff, which is a dupe completely 100% for the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. And because sometimes I say it's inexact because sometimes you can get dupes that are do have differences, but colour payoff wise this is amazing. You can see I've used it a couple of times already, but you do have some absolutely beautiful colours, guys, and this is the look I've gone for today. Now let's move on to this side. I have contoured slightly and highlighted, but we will do a little bit more of a deeper contour and highlight because I do feel as the summer months end and the autumn months come in, it is a good time to I think you can be forgiven to go a little bit heavier with your makeup at this time of year. So let's do that. Now, in saying that, I do like to use the RCMA palette, but for the liquid, for the the cream highlight contour, and to kind of solidify that powder wise, I use the Fräulein contour highlight and blush palette. Now this is obviously they're contouring, they're contouring here and they're highlighting on the bottom here. And then all this area here is blush. So I haven't moved on to anything like that yet, but we are going to do that now. So what I'm going to do is for under my eyes, I'm going to be using Ivory from the VK11 palette from RCMA. And I have to say, I do find, and I'm going to be using a clean applicator for this. You can use your own, if you like, your own sponge or whatever you feel. So we're a clean applicator, and we're just going to get some of that ivory down, and you can see it there, and we're just going to pop that under the eye. Now we're not going to worry too much about blending right now. We're just going to pop it under the eye like that. You can see the difference it's making already. And we're also going to, because guys, I really don't need, I've used my primer, and I'll show you, it's from Prime Magic from W7. And it's again, this is a dupe for the Urban Decay's primer as well, and it's flawless, guys. It's absolutely flawless. It leaves your skin feeling beautiful. So I have used that already, so we don't have to use that. And we are going to actually bring that ivory up into the eye socket as well. This will really secure our eyeshadow nicely. So as we're doing that, we're just going to bring that down just before the jawline. This is my jawline here, so we're going to flip the sponge this side and use I think this is Gina Beige, no this is the other side, SH7 this is, right here. Sorry, my little dog is in the background there, she's having a little rest. So we're going to pack some of that onto our sponge, and that's what it looks like. So it is a darker shade, and we're just going to bring it under the jaw to where we feel our jawline. We're not going to bring it all the way down either because we don't want to bring it that far. And you can see already the shape it's given my face already. So what we're going to do now is take our clean one. I wash these anyway, but I like to use a clean one just for the blending. And we're just going to, I always blend the highlighted area first, because then if you try to blend after blending your contour, it just obviously is going to make a mess. So we're just dotting that in, and I love that when you put on the RCMA foundation, it really just stays to your skin. It doesn't kind of fall into any other kind of crevices, which is really good as well. So now what we're going to do is we're not going to bring it down too far, but we are going to just blend it in nicely. And you can see as I come back a little bit how that's kind of shaped my face. Now just to complement powder wise, like I mentioned, I am going to use my Fräulein powders, and I'm just going to pop this here for a moment with my arched brush here. You can see that there's a smaller side and it actually graduates to a bigger. This is from Fräulein as well. And we're going to just get our highlight colour, which is this colour here. And we're going to just put that on the areas that I've already highlighted with the ivory, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, under this eye, and you've seen me do this eye, and I've also done just above and below my lip as well. And we're just going to make sure that we have it underneath as well. Before then, we're going to just solidify our contouring with this colour right here. So what we're going to do is just bring that down, starting off lightly, and you can go heavier if you want to, but I think once you can see the colour kind of pay off that you're comfortable with, you can then just blend it all together nicely. So that is our our foundation routine done. I have been requested just to do an RCMA foundation video, which I will do as well, but I thought I'd use these foundation for the autumn months, because you do tend to need a stronger foundation in the autumn, generally because the weather does tend to change for the worse, and it's good to have something that you can stick with, something you can trust on your skin that's not going to fall off at the first slight sight of rain, which living in England is unfortunately a high possibility every day. So we're now going to move on to the W7 in the buff, and the first colour I used, and I'll just open up the palette so you can see. Now I don't use the applicator, you do get an applicator with it, but I have my own brushes, so I use them instead. So this is the colour I'm going to put on first. This is called Buff, it's the first colour, and I'm going to put this all over my lid and a little bit up into under my eyebrows as well, because that means it'll blend, it'll make, when I'm putting in my above crease colour, it'll make everything, the blending process, a lot easier. So let's do that. Now the brushes I use are Fräulein again, so this is the brush I'm going to use, and I'm going to use this side, so I'm not actually going to be using the top for the colour, so we're actually going to be kind of patting it on almost. So let's just get some of the colour and I'll show you what that looks like on the brush. There we go, that's Buff. And we're going to start by putting that on our lids. So that's what it looks like. Now I put about 2 coats of this on, so because I really wanted the colour that I put on over this to really come, to have a good base. So I already have, don't forget, the RCMA ivory on that. I've already put on my primer, so we really are going to get some really good staying power for this. And that's what it looks like again, and we're just going to put on our second coat, and I'm using the flat part of the brush. If you see me look to the side, there's just a mirror beside the camera, so don't worry. So now what I'm going to do lastly with Buff is I'm just going to bring that up into my eye area, just under my brows. So that's what we're going to do now. So once that's done, I'm going to go in with this colour, and I chose this colour because I just find it really does, when the autumn leaves are, like when I was on a walk today with the dog and Kevin, and we went to one of the forest areas where all the leaves were starting to change colour. It just looked beautiful, guys, and it just reminded me of like that really, really autumn time where everything starts to change and there's those warm gold brown colours. So I've chosen Camo. I think this is, let me have a look. Yeah, this is Camo. And this is going to be going on the lid. Now we can use, guys, because you've only used one side of the brush, we're going to turn that over and we're going to use that side again, and we're going to start to put that on and just bring it up just above the crease, a tiny bit above the crease, because we are going for that smoky look. Don't forget, it is autumn, so we can get away with those darker colours. So we're now going to put that on, and again I'll show you what it looks like on the brush, and I am going to describe everything below in the box, in the drop box that I have used today. So that in terms of foundation, everything like that as well. So let's just put that on the brush, and that's what it looks like. It's a beautiful colour. It's a beautiful, beautiful colour, and I'll just bring it up to the camera again. That's it there. Beautiful. So now we're going to again just go into the socket with that and just above the crease. And you can see the difference it makes. And there's the gold. Okay, so there's our gold, and it's Camo. It's called Camo from In the Buff palette. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the next colour that I'm going to go above the crease with. And I absolutely love this colour, guys. This is called, it's the third one in, this is Wave. And I'm absolutely in love with this colour, guys. It's just beautiful, it really is. So we're going to put that in our crease, just above our crease, and we're going to work it back and forth to give it that kind of smoky look. Now again, for this I'll be using the tip of the brush. So before we were using the sides, like this, and now we're going to be using the tip. So that's what it looks like on the brush. The darker colour, as you can see, but we want that smoky effect. That's what we want. So we're now going to, again, I'm just going to be looking in the mirror, but you can still see what I'm doing. And then we're now going to start with that colour. And don't worry, you can lift your eyebrows for this part if you want to. You don't have to, but you can. But the important thing is, once this touches your skin, move it back and forth, but try not to remove it from the skin, because then you'll get a better effect. If you keep on coming back and forth, it's not going to give you that kind of flawless kind of one stroke type of smoky effect. So let's do that now. Starting at the outer edge and working your way in. Start light on the outside and make it heavier on the inside. So you can see I'm not actually taking my brush away from the skin, and you can see the effect it's having. So as I come away, you can kind of see the effect, and blending is such a key to this look, guys. Blend, blend, blend. So now when we have the kind of core of the colour there, you can see there's a little bit coming here, but once I get my clean blending brush and start to blend, you'll see that it really does start to take effect. So here's, again, I'm using fräulein brushes. I've used them for years. Any fall away you can obviously clean, so don't worry. So what we're going to do is just use this brush here, and this clean brush, and we're going to start to blend our colour. And what you can do then is, some people use tape, or what you can use as an old trick is just use a clean sponge, and it just wipes. The good thing is it has an angled tip, so if you just take it away, it does give you that kind of triangle effect because it's that kind of shape. So we're just... Now I haven't gone for liner. I did actually use the onyx colour in the W7 because I really wanted everything to be W7, especially I just wanted to show that you can have a very good smoky effect for your eye using one palette. So what I've done is I've gone in with the onyx colour, which I'm going to show you now. I'm just cleaning up the area. You can always clean up some fallout afterwards, so don't worry. And I've gotten my small applicator brush, which looks like this. And I've used this colour, which is Onyx, and I've used that as my liner. So let's do that now. Now you can, if you wanted to, you could obviously just use liquid liner if you really wanted to, but I wanted to give it that soft smoky eye look effect, so I used the Onyx in the W7 in the Buff palette. So let's do that now. And it just gives it that kind of barely there, but there is some kind of liner effect there as well. And it really does make a difference, I think, to the look. So I've started very thin on the inside and making it thicker in the middle and then thinner again. So there you go, there's the liner done. And now we're going to move on to mascara. Now I'm loving, and I'd love your guys' opinion lately, the Rimmel Sexy Curves, and that's what that's from. And it's very affordable as well. So if there's anything that you need to remove, you can do that now. Again, what I would usually do is I would usually do my my eyeshadow before my foundation, and that does sometimes limit the fallout and things like that, but I wanted to show you guys the foundation I used and one eye first. So this is what I've done. Okay, so now we're going to use our Rimmel Sexy Curves in Intense Black, and I love the shape of this wand, guys. I absolutely love it. So we're just going to make sure there's no excess, because it can come out clumpy. That's my only kind of flaw with this. So we're just going to put our mascara on. And I think this kind of look would suit all types of occasions as well. It's very suitable for the day, for the office, and it's very suitable for night as well. And you can obviously, if you wanted to go darker, there's plenty of colours in that palette that you could make it darker, but I wanted to make it adaptable for everybody. Not everybody's going to want an intense smoky eye. I love that kind of look, but some people want to just have that look of a smoky eye while still having those very usable golden colours. And gold is a really good colour to use for the autumn as well. It's adaptable to most eye colours as well, so you don't have to have my skin tone or my colouring just to wear this look as well. But there is, as I said, there are some really, really gorgeous darker colours in that palette, and you could definitely get some great eyeshadow looks with that as well. So now I've just done my first my first mascara application, and what I was going to do now is just show you the colours, the lip colour that I'm going to use. Obviously you can have two coats, 3 coats of mascara. I think 1 coat for now is really, really good for me. But what I wanted to show you was these new lip colours that I got from W7. They're called Full-Time Lip 24/7, and that's what they look like in the box. This one is Passionate, and that's what it looks like. And the one that I'm going to be using today is, I just took it out to show you guys, this one. So you have like your liquid on your sort of lip gloss on this side and your lip colour on the other side, which I love. So you've got like a little duo. And this is the box it comes in, and this is called Angel Dust. And when I knew I was doing a autumn fall look for you guys, this was just gorgeous, honestly. So obviously this is the colour. So basically on the instructions it tells you what to do. It's a bit like a lip liqueur in a way. So what you do is you apply step 1, apply the colour to clean lips and allow to dry. And then apply lip gloss on the top colour and you reapply as needed. You need to remove with an oil-based makeup remover as it does stay on for a long time. So it's got really good staying power. So I wanted just to show you guys what I was going to do first is just to make it more intense. I'm going to line my lips with Rimmel's Lasting Finish lip liner. And this is in Wine. The number, if you're looking for it, is 061. So this is what it looks like. So we're going to line our lips And then we're going to put on our it's kind of like a lip liqueur, I guess. And we will see if that just makes it a little bit more intense for those autumn months. Another trick that I learned from Robert Jones was to almost completely cover your lips with a liner, because that, and then put on your lipstick or lip liqueur, because that will, even the lip liner itself has amazing staying power and will help your lipstick stay on. Because I think no matter how many products we buy as women, we try to find the one lipstick that will stay. But he said a really good trick when I was doing my course with him is to use a lip liner before and nearly cover your entire lip with it. And that's just a little trick that he taught us that I wanted to pass on. So you can see I'm almost colouring in most of the lip. I'm leaving this area free. So we're going to do the bottom lip now. So I've almost, not completely, but I've almost covered my lips now with that lip liner. And that will give it staying power. So now we're going to go in with our duo here. This is called Full Time Lips from W7. It's one of their new lip ranges. So we're going to just... This is what the applicator looks like. I'll just get a good close-up for you guys. And this colour again is Angel Dust. So let's apply that now. And it has kind of a, it does have a clinical smell a little bit, but it's not so strong. So this is, and you can see it's even putting on that lip liner made it slightly more intense, and that's what you're going for really. You want your lip colour to stay. You want it to have some kind of staying power. Now it doesn't say on the one thing it doesn't say is how long to leave this on, but I'm going to give it 30 seconds and then we're going to put on our lip gloss, because it doesn't, usually they have it on the packages to put on the lip liqueur first and then leave it 30 seconds and then put on your lip gloss. So I'll let it dry. I have to say it dries it's drying like almost instantly. So I can see why you need an oil-based makeup remover for this, honestly. So now we're going to go in, because I can feel that it's almost completely dry, so I feel confident to put on the lip gloss. So we're now going to go in with our lip gloss. And just clear, this is just a clear lip gloss. And we're going to just make sure we have enough on our applicator. And that, you can see it kind of just gives a real glow to the lips. You can see the difference already. I'm really happy with this purchase. It was $2.50, honestly. And I think W7 are just exploding at the moment in terms of products, because they do have, you know, nearly the dupes of everything from the Urban Decay at a fraction of the cost. So that's the lip, and I'm loving this lip colour. And I'm not one, I usually go for pinks, I really do. I go for bright colours, or like natural, like Luna from Apocalypse, but I love this colour, guys. I really do. I love it. What I'll do is I'll put it in my favourites for next month and just let you know how it goes in terms of how long it stays and things like that. But yes, the colour I'm absolutely in love with, and that was called Angel Dust. The other one I just picked up because I loved was the same kind of brand, but it was Passionate, and that, as you can see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, it's more of a red intense colour. So this is my autumn fall foundation eyeshadow lip routine, and what I will be wearing in the fall. I think I love the W7 lipstick, but I'm also loving that W7 have come out now with another, apparently, it's not in the nude, because I know in the nude has been out for a while, there's another eyeshadow range they're coming out with that is supposed to be a more eclectic colour palette. I think it's another dupe for Urban Decay, so I will be keeping my eye on that. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and thank you for watching.